It's our time to talk tactics because Robbie McEwen, so far we've had sprinter stages, climber stages, pretty cut and dry. This is a bit different.
Yeah, it provides another opportunity. After 4 days of racing, there are riders who have already lost time in the overall classification. So it gives them a chance to try and attack and get up the road, form a breakaway, because they know what happened here 2 years ago. And this is really the only stage that gives them this opportunity realistically. So early in the stage, a lot of breakaway attempts, riders trying to form that group and break the shackles to the peloton. Very difficult to do and form the right group. Get guys who have lost enough time to be let go by the peloton, who'll be back there riding for Richie Port, protect him from BMC. So very difficult to form the right one, but once you get out there, you just need to not only ride hard, but have the peloton somewhat let you build up a bit of a lead.
And Phil and Paul just mentioned that there's a couple of guys, the two guys around Cameron Myatt, that are just close enough just for the peloton not to allow them to move much further down the road.
It's going to make it a little bit difficult. We mentioned Andre Sink only at 57 seconds in the overall classification, so that's not far enough back to really be let go, so they're being held on a pretty tight rein. But even so, they've still got around a minute and a half or so. If they can maintain that gap and the bunch underestimates them somewhat and they can get to the top of the gorge with any sort of lead, then they're in with a little bit of a chance to defend it, because once you start diving down the gorge, it is so very fast, the top part of the gorge, and then it's really technical. So a small group has a great chance to hold off a chasing bunch because they're unable to use their strength in numbers in the peloton due to the technical aspects, and you're very quickly out of sight. So a small gap has you out of sight, and there's a lot of slow and accelerating, so the bunch doesn't really get that roll on and find that momentum. And you know, Jack Bobridge 2 years ago, along with Luke Durbridge, Louis Westra, they, well, I wouldn't say pulled the wool over the eyes of the peloton, but they certainly tricked them a little bit, and Bobridge was able to hold off the chasing pack, out-sprint his rivals, and take that magnificent stage win. Today, I'm not so sure of their chances to make it stick. The three that are out there at the moment, as we said, Sink's just not quite far back enough, and the sprinters want to get another chance. I think, seeing that Jack won here 2 years ago, it's not long enough ago for the bunch to have forgotten that already. So, but there's still a chance if they get too close, you could get a new group go up the road, and if it's the right combination, yeah, you could get guys build enough of a gap, get in that gorge and hold them off again.